Hello. How often have we went outside and thought, it's freezing out here? Or wow, it is just too hot to be outside today. Typically we just go back inside or we get in our car and we go on about our daily business, right? Imagine having to deal with trying to find shelter to stay out of these harsh conditions. This is the harsh reality for those people that live in what we call Tent City, located by the river here in Pekin. When I refer to these people that live in this community of tents, I'm referring to the homeless population that resides there. We often see them come in as patients when the weather is extreme. According to Misty Cave, a social worker that is employed by Pekin, there are anywhere from 15 to 20 tents in that area. There could be 1, 2, or possibly more people living in one single tent. Think about that number for a minute. There could be upwards of 50 plus people living in that area in search of shelter. Often when we drive down Derby Street or over by the courthouse, we see these people walking up and down the sidewalk, resting on the benches that are around, or you might see them in the crevices of buildings just to get some warmth or cool off in the shade. Or you might see them getting in trouble for trespassing on private property just to find some shelter. When we run into this situation with the people that live in the community of tents, I stand before you with a simple yet urgent call to action. This challenge that lies before us is an opportunity. It is an opportunity to convert these empty buildings in Pekin and change them into a place of relief. Why does this matter? It matters because empathy knows no season. We need to recognize that regardless of somebody's circumstances, they deserve a safe and comfortable place when Mother Nature is at its most extremes. This is a practical solution for these people as well as for the empty buildings that are around us. We can transform these buildings and repurpose them into something for a noble cause. With collective efforts and shared visions, we can create equipped spaces that have warming and cooling centers. We can also provide a spark of hope for these people that could be life-changing. Now, the services that I'm mentioning, there are other places that do provide similar services. However, there are limited amount of spaces, and often they are saved for those families that have case management on, often with women and children. However, there's not very many spaces left for the men. The POI, or Pekin Outreach Initiative, has recently purchased a home for people to come during the day. They can take showers, they might get a meal, and they can just hang out for a while. But what happens to them when they must leave and they have nowhere to go? Some people may ask, who is we? I refer to we as the community members, volunteers, local businesses, as well as the people that are in control of these buildings that can be transformed into these kind of centers. I've referred to we as you and I. With all of us, we can make a difference, from volunteering, donating supplies, offering the education we have gained from others, or we can just simply spread the word of these centers. It's about taking that empathy that I mentioned earlier and translating that into action. We can make a genuine difference in the lives of people simply by providing a place of warmth or a place to cool off in this harsh reality. Think about the impact of kindness that we can have throughout the community. We can transform empty spaces into a place of relief. Not just momentary relief from the weather, but a lifeline to alleviate suffering and restore a person's dignity. We can be the community that does not turn a blind eye, but we offer a helping hand to the people within our community. In conclusion, consider this. Every gesture, no matter how small, contributes to a larger, more compassionate community. Let's take that empathy and translate that into change. Thank you. And I didn't have anybody to present to because everybody has COVID and they're all sick. And I got booted out of my place where I typically present with my projector.